I don't think that people come in thinking that I'm going to change how they sound. How they sound may change over the course of training because they'll be opened. They will be challenged. Their breath will deepen. Historically, in the past, when I first started teaching, there were perceptions that speech training was going to be a process of homogenizing the actor. You know, if you look at old texts that are for speech training, there are systems, very intricate systems of making everyone reach this ideal place that for me is not an ideal. That's not a place I'm trying to lead people to. When I watch our students showcase towards the end of third year, I could not be more proud that our students sound like themselves. And that at the end of third year, they have found a version of themselves that hopefully is even more themselves than who they were when they came in. That they have been affirmed, they've been opened, they've been challenged, and that more of them is available to bring to the various roles that they play. At the beginning of training, we're looking at anatomy and physiology of the vocal tract. What do you have and how can you use it? And also, how have you habitually been using it? What is the actor's individual idiolect? And also, what are the influences of that idiolect? Because if you can see, oh, I got my speech patterns from these people or this media, you understand more deeply how a character developed their voice and how you might meet that character where they are in their history and tell their story. So we're looking at the building blocks of being able to do that. We look at vocal tract posture, resonance, phonetics. The students learn International Phonetic Alphabet. We also look at the melody of speech, pitch, rate, volume, tone. And finally, or first, physicality, because breath is a bodily function. The voice is a bodily function. And we're looking at being able to use those different aspects of voice and speech to create character and to allow the actor to bring themselves more fully to a text. Embodying the Real is a class that focuses on biographical work. And if you look around us, biographical work is everywhere. It's streaming, it's on Broadway, it's everywhere. I think that we just love hearing people's stories and iconic people who are well known. We're interested to see not just one piece that they did, but the story of the arc of their life. And working on that is an incredible challenge for the actor. And it's particularly interesting in my department of speech, because how do you take on one person's speech for the story of their life in the context of the genre of however that is being told? In some cases, it might be very subtle and only barely approach how the person actually spoke. And in other cases, they might be looking to really recreate exactly how that person sounded. And our students need to be able to do that research. They need to be able to have the observation skills to understand, how did this person speak? How did they speak in these various contexts? To take that on and then make it real in their own system. I work on films, on streaming projects, on shows, off-Broadway, on Broadway, and I'm very grateful for those outside experiences to understand the demands that our actors will face when they're out in the world. And those demands include a lot of speedy tasks that it's important for the actor to be able to bring complexity and depth in a process that there isn't necessarily a lot of time for, and also to bring it with colleagues that they're often meeting for the first time and need to establish a sense of trust quickly and easily. And I think that the spirit of play that grad acting is known for is incredible for this. That our students are willing to take risks, that they have developed themselves as people, actors, artists, citizens, and they're able to rise to these tasks.